What's up? I never said midterm grades, I think. For my midterm grades, the ones I've gone back at least. For math, I got a B. For physics, I got the B as well. For math, it was like an 81. For physics, I think it's gonna be an 87. Um, Given the curve or something, I remember what it was. And then for data structures and algorithms too, haven't gotten the one back yet, but I'm hoping it's a good grade. I pray it's a good grade. With those exams, I'm gonna be very honest. I think my studying was a bit off. I think it was one of those things where I didn't like properly study for the exam. I think I studied for math. I did the Sunday thing. I did like the Sunday before the exam week, and then I stopped. I didn't like study at all until like 2 days before, and I stayed up really long. And then for physics, it was just something similar, where I studied like the day of, because physics was just like, so far the concepts we've covered was basically just basic physics. A lot of it seemed logical, to be honest. Um, but I didn't study as much as I should have. I think what I have to really do with the studying is turn it from the 2 days or the day of the exam to like, oh, okay, this is just a routine thing. Because I think what trips me up is that there are topics that are easy to grasp, right? But then there's always these hard topics, like these Goliaths of topics that take a while to digest. Like for example, my math thing. I know exponentials were actually took a while. That took like a whole day to digest. So when I was trying to study everything at once, that was take up a bunch of time. I really couldn't get done in that amount of time I had to study. So if I can break up my study into a routine, there's some topics that are just gonna fly, but maybe it's like 30 minutes to get the concept. But then with other topics, I can digest them more easily. So when the exam comes close and close, I can look, okay, I already have you like 90% done. Let's just get the last 10% out of the way or something like that. I also get more practice because I think that's what a lot of these exams are. Just once, because a lot of times you understand the concept, but you just don't have the experience. And then it's like, okay, you understand the concept, but what happens if we reframe it a bit? Right? You have to have the experience to know the different ways the problem can be reframed and how you have to go about it in different ways. Um, oh, something there for physics. There was one question that really tripped me up, and I think it pissed me off because I know I did a problem like that when I was studying, but I just don't remember. I just didn't practice for like when it was changed like that was like I think it was like a pulley lever thing where you had like one block and then you had another block and they were tied by ropes, but one block was hanging and everything. Um, but yeah, that's the goal with studying. Um, I don't know. I think that's something that really it didn't piss me off. I don't think I'm annoyed with the grades. I think it's fairly reasonable. I'm actually fairly happy given what I put into it. I knew I didn't know, but I understand the result. But I do want to improve. I don't think I can get the A's I want in the classes with those results. So I think it's a nice cushioner for now to say, okay, you're not failing, but now you have the chance to actually like you don't have to do some crazy you don't have to do some crazy routine that throws everything else off in your life, but you can have a good routine that you can increase to in all your classes. Um so that's good at least. With projects, so far there hasn't been any big projects that have really thrown me off. There's gonna be one for my I don't know what it's called, my database class, but that's a team one. That's not like from what I've seen, it's not that hard. So I'm not too worried about that. Um, I know my CS classes, the projects don't seem too hard as of yet, so just gonna keep on focusing. I don't even know what to say. The projects don't seem too hard yet. Uh, but yeah, to be honest, I've kind of just been stalling this. I wanted to get this past the minute, but I had nothing that I didn't. I didn't have a lot to say today, right? So I've been trying to see what else I can say. I have some stuff that are kind of very early on that I don't think are worth talking about at this moment. So I think besides that, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.